And we're live. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Abyss. Today we'll be playing some more Overwatch. I am both early and late today, so that's an interesting combination, but I'm, to be completely honest, just been a little out of it. I think my spaghetti has been upsetting my tummy. Best way I can phrase it. One other thing is the Alfredo. I make this like hamburger helper stuff for my lunches, and it just does not go well sometimes. Sometimes it's amazing. I mean, it tastes amazing. That I can say for sure. But sometimes it's just like nothing happens. Other times it's just like it just goes on and on. It's like I eat freaking Taco Bell. As always, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little warm-up first. But I ended up working out just before today. Just before, like 3 seconds ago, I ran a mile and a half. So my legs are exhausted. Maybe it's a sign I should play some more legs today. I don't know. I'm a bit sluggish right now, I feel like. Ugh, that was disgusting. I need to practice, like, hitting the hitboxes. I wonder if there's a... I'm sure there is a game where you can practice your... oh, well, never mind. Oh, good. Defense, match time. Oh, God. Okay, Soldier Echo. This will be interesting for me. Used his... Alright. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just dead.
And she's back in the game.
Oh. It's already gone. What the fuck? I didn't hear him at all. I saw the echo, but I didn't hear the Okay. My tracking is not what it was yesterday. He's getting pocketed, which means I should go for the Diva. Or the Winston. Winston's like half. He's gonna get nanoed though. Alright. Oh. I'm just stalling right now. He's got another visor? Who is feeding him visor? Holy crap. Can't really go out yet. Wow. That was a little unfortunate.
Into the iris.
Oh. Well. Do I even want to do another one? No, I kind of need to get into it. I'm gonna probably lose this first one, but that's totally fine. It's gonna be like a 17-minute queue, and I'm gonna play like I just did. I could tell from yesterday that yesterday I was just kind of on point, and even then I went 2 and 2, I think. I don't actually even remember. It was all kind of a blur. I think it was one of those cases where I would have gone 2 and 2, but because one of the games got canceled and it was a game that we were winning, it actually ended up being a 1 to 2. But because I was only 2 away from placements, I ended up placing at 2700, losing no SR from the 2 losses, and then I won the 1 game after I placed. Sometimes I wonder if your MMR is high, that if they just sort of make it so you don't play, like you play like a 2800, 2900 game, on purpose, and then when you place, it just gives you easier games. I don't know. I don't know how the algorithm works like that. I'm much more into like theory crafting. I truly, it's one of the few joys I get is just thinking about like what would make the game more fair, and like what would still be balanced. The issue is my lack of knowledge in general, which is why I'm trying to improve. Like, if I can peak anything, you know, in 4K or higher, I feel like I'd be at the very least able to like know enough to know what ideas I have are good and what ideas are just terrible. I currently think that there's a lot of things that overcomplicate the game unnecessarily, and one of the beauties of the game is your ability to keep it simple so new people can come in. Because like that's one of the main issues League has, is that it's so complicated that getting into it as a new player is just difficult. Overwatch isn't that hard, comparatively. Just because there's not really much you need to learn in terms of like, well, even then I take that back, because all the unique interactions is just so, it's not even hard per se as much as it is just annoying. Like, there's just little things of like McCree's stun, his flashbang can not be, it will hit anything as long as it explodes near it. If Genji deflects it, he can stun you, but if you stun near it, if you put it there, then Genji will be stunned Still, Genji can deflect everything that is a projectile and a hit scan weapon, except for rock, because even though that's a projectile, it's too heavy of a projectile because reasons. So he can deflect a hammer from Reinhardt, but he can't deflect a punch from Doomfist. Like, all those types of interactions are a bit weird, and then the things that they choose to add as balancing knobs are things like D.Va being out of mech. Let me go ahead and just put D.Va here. Get myself out of mech. Like, knowing the range of this, of when that's gonna squish and when that's not, and just knowing that that's now a thing that you have to worry about. And there again, it comes back to just like, it's just like the little things that I feel like haven't been implemented but could be. But at the same time, another issue it ran into was the ever-changingness of playing. How does that not work? Hold on. Specific timing. I have to get this down. Like, a lot of pros were upset. Well, not pros, I guess. A lot of fans also, but people, just people in general, were upset at the fact that you had championships, right? And they were dictated in like season 4, but why was that the case when the season 1 was completely different from season oh, well, that was the perfect time to lose my sync. I'm gonna die. That's fine. I'll wake up over there. Season 1 was very much, how do I say? The meta was very different than season 1. What do they call it? They called it something. It was like season 1 chapter 1 or something. I don't remember. But there was definitely like, there was like 4 different sections for each of like the seasons, basically. Oh, well, I screwed that up. And it made no sense by the end of it why certain people were in the finals when the people who had the highest like skill streaks were the people who just straight up didn't make it. Like, I think it was like the Mayhem and the Dragons were doing really well end of season 2, but because they had sucked all season long, they didn't get a shot to perform when they probably would have done a lot better than a couple of other things. Then again, we don't know that 100% because it could have been sandbagging. There's a lot of things that are just like question marks. It's like, well, they've guaranteed themselves a spot in. So, in terms of like the league, it begs the question of like, should they be on a league specific patch that just doesn't change, which is entirely understandable. But at the same time, it would eat into their revenue. It would eat into their revenue because they would basically, who wants to watch? Who is their audience? The audience isn't the people who don't play the game. The audience is probably the people who play the game enough to actively understand what's going on, because it's too fast-paced of a game otherwise. It's not like even League, where you don't have to have played League to sort of know what's going on. That was weird. You sort of need to know all the interactions in this game. It's not like, oh, they chose these heroes. Can you give me a summary of what those heroes do? Oh yeah, sure. These heroes have the immobile status, so he can pop it and just become invulnerable. You know, it's one of those things where even if you don't know what's happening, you can sort of understand like who's winning and who's not, and what people are doing and what their intentions are in League. Whereas in Overwatch, it's sort of like it's just more difficult to be able to determine that on the fly.
Now arriving at Ilios.
Oh God, why am I here?
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Well, I'm gonna let this guy choose what he wants, just because if he wants to like play Tracer and just dominate on Tracer, I'm not gonna stop him. If he wants to play like Widow and dominate on Widow, I'm not gonna stop him. The game wanted me to play Sim. Just telling you something. Oh, I could Sim this point, but they go Pharah, I'm screwed. If I go Tracer, then I'm screwed. Okay, we're going much more brawly. I could just go Soldier and play it safe. I wonder what watching the Overwatch League is like when you never played the game before. I've actually watched it with my parents, and it's not fun. They can sort of get the gist of it from, I should have gone Widow. They've got a Doom as well. Yep, this is gonna be annoying. Where's this hair at? There she is. There we go. I'm gonna res it though. How did I not hit that? Doom is one, but he's got shields out the wazoo. Oh, the anti. My dad knows the extreme basics, but someone like him is just mismatch of colors. Yeah. And it also doesn't help when the enemy team is just like, it's just like flashing colors left and right. Alright, let's screw this. I'm going Widow.
The enemies of Talon will be
Can I get heals? Thank you.
Fully healed.
Oh my goodness, dude. I kind of want to just go Kree Widow. I need DPS if they don't switch. What? Wow, really? Is that what he said? Dude. He's gonna just focus me. That should at least win us, hopefully, some time. I just don't think these guys know how to heal in the first place, so I'm kind of used to it. The thing I'm trying to focus on now is learning how to not tilt. I've got a Widow now. I've got to be careful. I'm gonna take the left side.
No one can hide from my sight.
Okay, that's a big hook, but nothing's gonna come of it. Perfect.
Bonjour.
Okay. I've been all given up comp. Yeah. I'm used to it though. Like I'm just trying to learn it because There's a lot of personal reasons why I've been kind of trying to figure it out. Oh, I missed the second shot. Is she gonna hook up left? Okay. I've got both DPS looking at me. That's unfortunate.
Best round.
Justice reigns from above.
Score.
Yep.
0.
You know what makes me feel better? Just reporting people like this. Why didn't we have a Reaper? I can't do anything else. I don't know. I've been performing pretty poorly. I can Reap now. I mean, quick play isn't great either, but it's Overwatch at the end of the day. What do you yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, like, that's what I do. I don't join team, I turn off chat, and I just do what I want to do. If we lose, we lose. And by doing this, I'm sort of just not doing my end. Like, the main thing I need to do is go for their supports. See, the Pharaoh is looking at me. She knows her role. I have a Genji. If I can get on the high ground, I'll be able to help a little bit. Hello. So where's their supports? Oh, I got slapped. No, Anna's one. Please, somebody. Oh, that's gonna hurt. All I need was one. I mean, it does, but the issue is it depends, because if you're in platinum and you're reporting somebody because they're abusive, they're not gonna look at them. Nobody cares about like an average player just being a toxic, you know, screwball. Like, that's just called playing video games. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose to a Mercy. I need help. Off by himself. Where's this Mercy at? There we go. I play on Xbox, nobody talks anyways, but the vocabulary is very colorful. Yeah. I do like how also they were calling me out, and I'm the only one on fire now. You just gotta beat him with the game sense and bully whoever's gonna be the most easy to be toxic. There's the blade. Shit. I took too long to get that kill. I stalled for as long as I could. Okay, they're not gonna go in. Well, that doesn't help. We ran Hog Zarya on Ruins, and they wonder why we were being beaten up by a dive composition as well. Gotta get away from this hog. We'll be able to switch point at least. Well, I can't. I have to stop this Ana from being free farmer. So if I just distract our DPS on console, since there's... I think there's a setting for that. Perfect.
My ultimate is almost ready. My ultimate is ready.
Hi. Thank you. Uh-oh. No, I didn't blink the right direction. That's unfortunate. I'll come back with, bomb, though. I'm assuming we managed to last long enough for that. Unless you should catch up with me? Yeah, okay. See? Yeah? Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. It would be under social, team party, receive. Display friend, display open custom game. No? Maybe it's not. It would be. It would definitely seem like it would be something that they would want to have.
I've died. It smells like victory. I've died, yo.
Five, four,
I don't know. I'll look for it a little bit later.
one. Round three. Capture
See, I've been watching a lot of streams lately that have been like, I'm gonna have to go this way. That have been basically like, hey, I'm gonna do a GM or unranked a GM. Oh, that's a Kree. This is gonna become infinitely harder. Well, that's a hog gap.
I need help.
You're gonna need help. That is true. Nice shot.
is now active.
You can just be positive about it. No, what I was gonna say was the unranked GM stuff is like, just don't worry about what other people are doing. Because communication isn't required until... Oh my goodness, dude, this Kree is gonna annoy the hell out of me. Communication isn't really required until like High Diamond Masters. And even then, I gotta outplay this Kree. I would wake her up. Okay. How did they get the res off? Wait a minute. They were in the middle of our team. I'm just trying to stay alive. But I know I'm not going to get healing. I have no... Well, that's... Our hog is just getting outplayed 5 ways from Sunday, dude. It's not even funny. I have to go all the way around because the Kree is chasing me.
online. Group up with me. Join me. Group up here.
Oh! I missed it.
Where were we?
I thought I had my 3rd blink and I didn't.
My ultimate is ready. Group up.
Oh, he ate it. That's unfortunate. He read me like a book. Okay. Oh, flashing colors. We're still managing to hold on though. Our team just didn't know how to play against Afara. Unless you find a group, nobody uses team chat. I'm high plat, so it doesn't matter at the moment. Also, comp stinks. It does. I've literally... placed at 2,700 on this account, and I've won one game, I've lost one game, I'm back to 2,700, so... Let me look for that option. Because I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. But I mean, I'm assuming it's also going to be like that other option that's like, hey, I can disable tips for you, and the tips still apply, even though I swear that I have it off. I also should like reapply that just in case that's doing some weird stuff. I can't really tell right now, but it kind of felt weird. Alright, it's not going to be there. I'm assuming sound is only about your audio settings, not your chat, because it's got chat stuff, but it doesn't. I guess it doesn't. I mean, it does auto censor in some cases. X priority filters, friendly, mature, unfiltered. Yeah. See, wait, what? Will do our best to filter out words currently identified. You may see some obscene or vulgar words with this setting. But, oh, so where is this? Oh, yeah, so it's right here. Yeah, so it's under social. You have all the different chats, and you can set the profanity filter. Is that what we were talking about? I honestly, I have the memory of a goldfish. It censors it like, why doesn't it? Yeah, so I have it censored. I have it mostly censored just because it's like family friendly, but it's crap and damn. Well, funnily enough, it also I can't like just put it nowhere, but if you type in jigs, I don't know why. Like, why does that censor any? It makes no sense. JIGG is censored. I don't. Is that some sort of offensive slur in a foreign language? I'm unaware. I apologize if it is. But that was one that we were I think we were typing jingle or something. We were typing something like during the Christmas times, and it was either like we were shooting a thing on one of the trees and it was jiggling, or something was like jingling, and we were typing that out and it just censored it for us. We're like, wait, why? What censored? Why? I don't understand. But you can change it to just be straight up unfiltered. I also leave it in friendly because I'm streaming, and in case something pops up that I don't necessarily like or isn't streaming safe or whatever. I don't know the rules on it. Oh, really? Maybe that's a thing in console versus PC, like, because I was going to say, well, there is censoring, but I know I could turn it off. I've definitely seen the settings to turn it off. It's over here in social. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I don't have many friends on console who would be willing to play that. I don't have many friends who would be willing to play, especially in this rank anyway. Especially how I used to play. I used to be very, well, I say used to be, but I was very easily tilted, and I've been sort of working on it. It's just a mentality thing. Overwatch works mysterious ways. Ever since Kaplan left, we don't even know what the direction is. And now with Microsoft instead of Blizzard, you don't even have the Blizzard deads. Or, I guess we do, technically? Would they still... I guess they would be technically considered Microsoft deads? I meant about the word. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, if you're... I mean, obviously, I believe you're new. I don't know. But, I go on tirades a lot on this channel about different things, including balances and stuff like that. But it's mostly just because I'm an engineer, and I like to think about various things in terms of like, what do they say? I like reading into stuff, and just sort of having fun. If you want a Sigma Ryan main, hey, I need to practice my Zarya anyway. I usually play Winston, Ryan, Orisa, and Hog on tanks, but I've been trying to just branch out and learn like Ball. I mean, we could be double shield. There's a direction. Yeah, right. Oh, I keep forgetting where I'm on a delay because of the latency stuff. Yeah. So that's the thing that's interesting, is if you actually think about it, the main, and I've talked about this a couple of times, the main thing that affects whether or not it's a direction of what people feel like is the discrepancy between how they balance things and how right now, for example, it's more obvious than ever that they're not balancing for the live server, because they've got Overwatch 2 coming out soon, trademark, and they've already announced that Overwatch League is going to be played on the 5v5 format. So that they're already preparing all of their balance changes more or less in line for 5v5 combat. But you can also take a look back in back as far back as like Brig, right, as the most concrete example. They never touched dive for basically forever, and the reason was because, in my opinion, they already had Brig on the internal servers. Overwatch 2. Yeah, I agree, but at the same time I don't. I think it's necessary, but it depends is the way I'll look at it. It depends on how they do it. It can be a great thing. It could also be a horrible thing, because the reason why I lean on the side of it can be great is there's a lot of ways it could go well. There's a lot of benefit to it on just the way that they've been balancing it. But I do agree that it's stupid, considering every single thing, every single benefit that you can get from having a 5v5, aside from the spectator side of things, can be easily accomplished with other methods. And that to me, and you're gonna make tanks less fun, because like, for example, they just don't think about it ahead of time in my head. Like for example, why is tank queues so much shorter than they used to be, or compared to like the DPS queues and support queues? Well, it's because everybody who was playing tank now goes, why am I gonna practice tank? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it because a lot of my family and friends, like my brother who I stream with quite frequently, he's really only about PvE. He's like a Warframe kind of guy. So he's all here for the lore. That I agree with. But I think the other issue is, ever since Doomfist, they've been, well, I can't even make that argument. But I would say that in a lot of cases, there are cases, I should say, where they gave us what we wanted. Yeah. But like, for example, we wanted Doomfist in the game. The community was like, we really want to play Doomfist ever since the Numbani leaks. And so they put Doomfist in the game, and he's obviously one of the most broken heroes in the game. But like, why was he ever added? We wanted to stop dive, so they added Brig into the game, and now she just basically single-handedly stops everything. And it's just like, okay, I understand we asked for those things, but you took the ball and you didn't just go to the end zone. You Forrest Gumped that all the way down to the next state. Like, you could stop running at just being able to boop away the enemy. Why did you have to give her basically the DPS of a DPS and the tanking of a tank when she first came out? Like, that makes no sense. They try to do too much to make the heroes fun, because, like, for example, Sigma. Why does Sigma have a D.Va DM, a Reinhardt shield, and a stun on top of all of that, and have the ability to fly, and stun lock enemies and deal a massive amount of damage? Yes, yeah, exactly. And I mean, even Echo right now, to be honest. Echo is a little bit more balanced, but even still, And then you have Ball, which is another. Like Ball was widely acclaimed as like a great hero when he first came out, because comparatively to who was it? There was Moira, Brig, Baptiste, and Arista. Well, not Arista. She wasn't there. She was there for a while. And who was the other one? Yeah, Doomfist. Like compared to all the people around him, he was good. And then after Wrecking Ball came Ashe, and Ashe was still pretty good. Ashe is probably the most balanced hero that they have come out with in all the DLC heroes, period, besides maybe Ana. Ana's probably the kingpin, and then Ashe, in my opinion, because TNT is still a little bit strong, but yeah. Well, I mean, the same thing can be said about Zen, but notice how they never touch Zen. Why is it that when Zen, you know, I mean, obviously it's passive healing. I understand that you can just fling balls at people while still healing people and doing your role, but like, why is that not viewed as bad? I don't understand. Shrine's the indoor one, I think. She either go Soldier, Tracer, Tree, or Widow. All those work. But yeah, there's a lot of, but the thing in my head, I'm like, there's ways to fix these things. Oh yeah, it is the other one. Good. Like for example, yeah, I agree. Discord and tank is a bit broken, but like for example, Widowmaker, easiest way to fix her. Make it so that way she does 170 damage maximum, but on headshot of a scoped shot, you're able to see an enemy through walls for 2 seconds, and so is the rest of your team. So the rest of your team gets signified that, hey, this target's low. So you can jump on it, and you can actually play dive with Widow. I'm gonna go right side here. I didn't have Lucio, so it was fine to triple blink there. They've got Tracer as well. He's dead. We should be able to win that with 2 picks, right? Hey there, big boy. Uh-oh, I got caught on the wall. I mean, there's no way we lose this, right? Right? I was honestly thinking, point. Point. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? What was that? He's one. Oh, he's getting support now. We should go on the other team. Oh my god, how did he get away with that? How did he get away with that? Oh, she has no fate. Where'd she go? Why would you deploy it there? I'm a bit confused. Go in with him. I missed it. This is fine. Oh, there's a Zari behind me. We're just kind of bullying them at this point. I'm gonna take this. They've got Ashe now. Oh, this is gonna be a little bit less fun. Come on, chase me. Okay, don't chase me. Come on. Come on. Oh, he did that, of course, after I fucking... Oh, well, this is gonna suck. I have 10 HP in a dream. Oh. Nope. I gotta get my blinks back. Speaking of balance, remember the Sombra rework? Yeah, right. Whoa, dang, that was a nice shot. No, I think the issue is they're trying to go for too much of the idea of I need to have damage in this game. Like, just don't. They don't have mercy. Okay, that's good. Okay. What was their Zarya doing?
I'm on the object.
Ow! Power creep is the main problem. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. I think the easiest solution is to nerf everybody's damage by like ratio it, right? Like, if you cut every single person's damage per bullet in half, let's say, that would be a good start. Because the biggest issue right now is hit scan heroes, or more specifically burst heroes like Pharah, Widow, Kree, just do so much better than heroes like Soldier without having to make Soldier super like, I'm just gonna kill everybody, basically. And I feel like it would open up a heck of a lot of chances for ultimates and stuff if they just simply made it a case where ultimates felt powerful not by virtue of them being almighty and powerful, but rather by virtue of them being hold on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. Okay, that's both DPS down. That was a good read. Got him. I'm just eating them up right now. Holy crap. As a Widowmaker main, like, I'm the first person who would say it. Like, I say nerf Widow. And then the second person I would say nerf is Doomfist. That's right, just keep giving me ult charge. I'm giving the window, but that's fine. Uh-oh, he's gonna hook me. They're gonna come up here? Okay, he's dead. Oh my god, that was overkill. Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, he doesn't have recall. Oh, I missed it. My flick was off. Oh, I caught myself. That's unfortunate. Maybe just increase global. No. I wouldn't increase it because I think having limited ult charge is actually very useful. Like, if we don't, like, we can test it out, right? I'm gonna try to get to their backline with the triple blink. Uh-oh, I'm bad. It was a bait. I baited out the hook. Well, that's a Zen. That was super low. Oh my goodness, that would hurt. Draw their attention this way. Have them split their focus. Oh, I didn't. Ah, I was too far away. Yeah, we're just feeding their Baptiste like a mega amount of ult charge. It's kind of absurd. Oh, that's a big kill, actually. We can capitalize on it. Uh-oh. Dang it. I was hoping he would be close enough to the Baptiste. This Tracer, man. Oh, man. If I just had like a little bit of healing, I would have been able to survive that. But this Tracer is hard focusing me. I just need to be going for their Zen. He used his hook. That was a good. Okay. I'm powered up. Where'd he go? Oh my god, dude, just fucking die. That should be enough to hold them off, though. 2 for 1. Oh my god, dude. This Tracer is so annoying. Was that the soldier from that one game? That didn't kill him? Wow. He missed it. No, he's won. Okay. This Tracer is really getting on my nerves, though.
If we are to progress, we must praise the objective.
Okay, good. We win this. Just kill him, please. Get out of here. I say nerf Hog. Remove his passively when you get a left charge. Use his damage resistance. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I think, honestly, like, the main answer... I mean, that's the thing. That's what tanks are supposed to do. And I feel like that's actually a really good, like, passive. It just sucks that he's the only one who gets it. And that... I don't know. I feel like they... For me, Hog is not a... Like, he's the... If he is powerful, it's because other people are underpowered. Or everyone is too powerful. Like, if, for example... Hey, I'm back up to the exact same SR I started today at. Nice. I'm 1-1. For example, if I go to the practice range right now, like... If I'm Tracer, right? Or if I'm Ana, like, or I'm Sombra, or I'm Mei, Hog does like nothing. As long as I'm with my team. And if I'm Brig, Hog does like nothing. The main way Hog gets away with what he gets away with is because he punishes positioning skills and he rewards being in a bad position to punish people who are unaware. And as a playstyle, I agree that that playstyle is just dumb. But I would say, if they nerfed his damage and they made it so he doesn't one-shot people, he would be an excellent tank in a 2-2-2 kind of situation. The issue is that he does so much damage by himself, and he doesn't have any abilities to take space. His threat, he's like a Widowmaker. He's the Widowmaker of tanks, where a good Widowmaker, if I stand up here as Widowmaker, this entire vision, or if I go over here, all of this vision here is taken up by me. Yeah, 330 for headshot's bullshit. It's so stupid. But if I'm a good Widowmaker, I take up all this space, nobody can do anything. But if I'm a bad Widowmaker, then they can just walk through here without any worry because they know I'm going to miss the shot. Same thing for Hog. If you've ever played with a Hog, who literally just goes like, "Ayah," and misses the hook, every single hook, like, he's not going to provide that much value aside from the right clicks and left clicks he can provide every now and then. But you nearly one-shot Zarya. Right, I mean, in my head, I'm like, well, we've nerfed Tracer once, you know? And what was the one nerf? Wow, a DPS shouldn't be able to pulse bomb and one-shot a tank. That was kind of broken, but we want them to still be able to one-shot everybody else. Okay, that makes sense. One-shotting is, you know, not necessarily that good. Doesn't feel that great. So we made the tank be able to do that. Like, what? Like, come on, Blizzard. Like, what? How does that make sense? How does that feel good? I mean, at the same time, I feel like every single one of the tanks is equally powerful and not powerful enough. And I just feel like, I mean, yeah, I feel like Winston, I feel like Diva's pretty good. I feel like she can be broken at sometimes. And honestly, I feel like Reinhardt and Ball, they can be really good as well. I feel like Reinhardt is probably the quintessential, like, if he's good, you're probably in a good spot unless he's just broken. And if he's just broken, then, well, you're kind of screwed. The issue with it is that you need to be able to play either Reinhardt or Winston on any map, in any position, like at any time, basically, for it to feel right. And even then, even if it's just like, oh, this is always a Reinhardt map, or you can switch it up and be fancy, and maybe play Winston, or maybe play Ball. Like, if you're able to play different type of compositions, then you're in a good spot. But I feel like they're just, the main issue I have with the whole current balance is, like, there's ways to change this. There's easy ways. The issue is the fact that everybody is unique. Like I was saying before, like, why can Genji deflect every projectile except for Rock? Why can Diva DM everything except for Rock? Why can Genji deflect flashbang unless the flashbang is outside of his radius? Why is that not a consistent interaction? Why can Genji deflect a Reinhardt hammer but not deflect a Doomfist punch? Like, is there a damage threshold? That would make sense, but at the same time, it's just not consistent. He can either deflect melee stuff or he can't deflect melee stuff. And the reason why they justify it is, well, that's an ability. It's like, it makes sense, but it's a fist. Like, come on, Blizzard. Easy way to balance Doomfist. Give him 2 charges of everything, but half the damage and the shields gained from every single one. So his entire role becomes like a Sombra. He doesn't become an assassin. He doesn't go in and kill things. He just goes in and hacks things and sets it up for his teammates. But they don't want that. They want both DPS to be able to carry the team. They want both supports to be able to carry. They want paladins, but in a polished format. And I don't blame them, considering the other aspect of 5v5 is, like, every other major esports is 5v5. It's easier to follow. There's less things going on at the screen at any time. There's less things to keep track of. There's less ults to keep track of. In all, it becomes a lot easier for the players to play and to play against. The issue is, if you're going to make it simpler, in my opinion, the subtle complexity is what brought a lot of people to the game and made certain things like tanking actually kind of fun. For example, why not you just give tanks something to do? Like, for example, Hanamura, right? You know that left area that basically is only used for like tracers and Sombras and Genjis to go up the steps to be able to actually, let me just leave this and go to a custom game to show. If it'll let me to create a game. There we go. Settings, maps, none, Hanamura, and then presets, just so I have mobility. Sure, we'll do Tracer's Playground. Oh wait, I need a maps, none. Oh god, oh no. Discard presets. I don't have it. Oh well, let me just bad showing. But yeah, what if instead of it just going to an empty wall, what if it ended up having a little like merc area, like from like HOTS, because they already have it in HOTS, like this area over here. What if there was a little like tunnel, or like right here, if it went through, or maybe on the other side over here where they added an invisible wall up there. Why don't they add something that allows like enemies, or like a button or something, where at the top of this there's just like a Yakuza call, or there's like a Torb turret that activates that is positioned way over there, forcing the enemy team to either rotate into this building or onto point, or otherwise face turret damage from the top right or top left. And why don't you make it so that the mercs take double damage from tanks? So now tanks have a reason to go over there. And it gives the defense a thing where they're over here to, you know, either they have to set up or they're waiting and watching to see, you know, Merc checking, seeing if there's, you know, people over there. They can Hanzo can throw his arrow over there, you know. Widow can throw her mine over there, give them 2 charges of mine and stuff, but make them do less damage. Make it so it becomes more of a mental game, and make it so instead of like 2 CP, you know, I've already talked about this before, like, the main issue with 2 CP isn't the fact that it's 2 CP and there's, it's, like, the main issue is the fact that if I'm on defense, spawn for attack A is infinite, and spawn for attack B is 2 meters. Like, if there was a third point way over there somewhere, that after they capture point A, you start spawning over there, and it's equidistant, like, ugh. You'll know on Numbani the attackers first spawn, the health packs and stuff do nothing. You never go there. Exactly. They're meant for attackers to hold the spawn doors. That's the only reason why they would do that. Or they're meant as relief. So if you're being pushed back to your spawn, you can go there, and instead of having to be forced back to your point, back to your spawn to heal up, or forced to wait for your healers and potentially be pushed, you can go and grab those health packs in order to turn the tide a little bit. Like, okay, I kind of get that, but at the same time, like, nobody ever does that. Nobody does that because it's just not practical. And they know because those health packs are there, and the fact that there's literally a spawn that makes them invulnerable 2 feet from them, there's no point. So, like, I don't know, man. Blizzard devs, sometimes it seems like they know what they're doing, but sometimes I'm just like, why don't you just implement systems like Heroes of the Storm has it? Like, it's only small though, just go to the spawn at that point. Exactly. Yeah, sorry, I was in the middle of a tirade. I mean, it's for people like Tracer, is really what it is, because it's a small, it's half her HP. But at the same time, that's another thing. Like, make it so all the snipers that are actually hard snipers, like Paris, I mean, again, the way I would fix 2 CP in general is, first off, I would never have a single choke. That would make it, single chokes are stupid. Second off, I'd make it always attacker favored. And I'd make it so that way you basically have 4 minutes and you get no extra time. And you go through and you attack a point A, and you attack a point B, and then when you're done with that, you attack a point C. And when you're done with attacking point C, you go back to attacking point A. And it just sort of rotates and see how many points you can get. To me, that would be the most interesting way to do this. Oh, he chose Hanzo. Well, never mind then. Jeez. I kind of want to choose Tracer, but I could try Sim. That'd be funny. Should I Torb?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Build them up. Break them. I don't like this. Done.
I feel like there's again, it comes down to that there's ways to at least, yeah, push might be good. I think it's going to be interesting at least, but it's way more brawly, and unfortunately I think that's the main thing, is they're going to be brawly. We don't have another support. This is gonna suck. We have to play passive.
One's for you.
5, 4, 3,
Okay, we have a Lucio at least,
1.
and they're running rush as well.
Defend objective A.
Enemy
Oh, that's a May. Did we just let the May go in? Dummy. They destroyed my turret. Who's on this side? I heard him. They nanoed them? Where'd my turret go? Oh, they're dead? They've got Mei. They want all tanks to be like bruisers. Yeah, and they've even stated that publicly. It's just a dumb philosophy because it ignores what made tanks great. Oh, is that ours? It's a Mercy. And it's gonna alter the push a bit. Oh my god. Uh-oh. I didn't expect him to push in that far. No. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That is highly unfortunate.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
That's unfortunate. Dang him. Gotta get the Rhine out of there. Got the... I want Overwatch to succeed, and I believe it will. There's just gonna be a lot. Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, dumb. Oh, he's healing himself. I just have buying Wizard out does help. Yeah, that is true. Oh my god, I'm bad. I'm bad. Holy crap, I'm bad. I need to swap. They have Soldier Mei. I'm just doing nothing. I would go Tracer, except there's so many things that can just one-shot me. It's a bit unfortunate. I didn't get my right click off. What the hell was that? I'm just stalling. Doomfist, okay. We'll just stay this for a little bit. I could go Kree and probably be better for last point. Oh, that's unfortunate. Shot in the dark, but Tracer main? Widow main, actually. I just am trying to spread out my heroes a bit. I've gotten comfortable with Tracer lately, though, so I guess now I'm technically a Tracer main? I don't know, but I have way more hours on Widow. Nice. Well, he got pinned. I'm powered up. They boost you? What the? I'm not gonna be able to visor here. But yeah, I can. Dive is interesting. It requires a lot of communication. I'm gonna run up top and hopefully they won't target me down there.
I don't quit.
I'll be able to stall long enough for me to get up there. just in case. I don't remember him singing the May. Okay, our Doom's gonna be there.
Hello there. Everyone heal up.
I got antied. Nice. Oh, she's one. There we go. Whoa, that Ana went. I thought that was a Lucio. I was expecting him to start wall riding. I can't see shit. I just gave their Ana. Oh, that's big. Hi. I've got you in my sights, Ana. Oh, yeah. I think Microsoft buying them out is not the only thing that's a good sign. I think the fact that they're listening to Overwatch creators is going to be the next big, like, big thing of, like, oh, and I think maybe that was part of the acquisition. Maybe Overwatch devs saying, we know you're not going to last long anyway, so F you. Like, maybe that was part of it. I don't know. But I do think that the acquisition, it played a large part. And them actually allowing content creators who are in top 500 control how to balance a game that has a professional scene. Like, you can't claim to be both casual and professional, or casual and professional when you, or casual and competitive, sorry. Getting Bobby out was the best thing about this. Yeah, I agree. That guy's a scumbag. Like, on a... It's like all of the AAA companies are like that. Like, I mean, the whole Ubisoft thing with the NFT thing lately, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it, actually. I have a job, and I have worked with corporate stuff for a long time now, and it is kind of nonsense. I do agree. I think I can get around them fast enough. I'll be able to make them force themselves all the way back. They've got a Rhine there. Okay. Is that their Tracer? What just happened to me? What the heck? What was that? They had a Tracer Sim. Tracer Sim on a BAP. Okay. On a BAP. Interesting to hear money over loyalty nowadays. I mean, it's true, but... Okay. Honestly, I could probably go Reaper and do just fine. I don't know. I'm trying to think what would be... There's just a lot of damage coming out. Explains now why the Baptiste was chilling up there. Hi. I'm gonna have to just force some point. I'll be able to just keep going, save up my blinks, and wait for my team to regroup and respawn.
I'm with you.
They're not even paying attention to me. How did I miss that? There we go. Ow! Monkey hurt! I got my Tracer. Oh, nice. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've got my Tracer Pixel. This is my second account as well, so my peak is in Diamond, but uh-oh, I gotta protect. Ow. I'm gonna go ahead and go up top. Oh, they have a brig now? You think that's gonna stop me? You think that's gonna stop me? Someone's contesting card. Oh, she didn't do it? Really? I'm surprised. Oh, hi. Think I'm gonna challenge you with the sim on your back, man? Hi there, Ryan. Where's the sim at? Where is the sim at? Oh, I got the brig shield. Dang. Uh-oh, I hurt. Uh-oh. Monkey hurt. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ah, that's a brick. I can't with rally. Okay. And focus the guy on cart. He's off cart. That's fine. I don't know why he got off cart. And every hero's achievement except Baps and Doom's cute. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hi, bye. I don't want to be caught there. Should I stick to Ryan? That'd be pretty funny. Dang it. Oh! I have to say that. I almost destroyed our Moira. Oh, I'm so sorry, Moira. What is this movement? Oh, I got stunned mid-recall. It had that little flashy animation around it. That's so stupid. That's a big kill. Actually, it's not. It's a Tracer. We lose her. How did ours get nothing? Wait, what? She was one. Oh, I recalled, but it didn't matter. I could go Bastion. That would be funny. I probably wouldn't know how to counter it at this stage. Just knowing them to be like, what the hell? Why is he going so much damage? There's so much damage coming through. He appear? Okay. That didn't hit him? Really? Oh, I'm bad. That was a good kill. Oh my god, are we really not pushing because of Primal? Are you kidding me? Alright. That's it. I'm just gonna push him with my tanks. We're gonna have more damage than them. That's good. We baited out the wall. Moira? What is Moira doing? Okay. Monkey's on the right. He's my primary focus. If I can kill him, we should be able to win this pretty easily. Okay. I still just need to stay with my tanks right now. Ow, I got punched. There we go. Buff Primal's health. That is true. There's also some edge talk. I talk, I laugh, I smile, but be careful when I'm silent. Here's what happened. Not even a fair fight. Oh. Jeez. I honestly think Winston is... I've looked at Shatter. I'm gonna give it to my Lucio. Oh, or not, apparently. He was a solid one. Oh, man. Oh, it's already... I only have 9 more minutes. That sucks. Oh, 27:46. Should I lose one more? Yeah. I think, honestly, Winston will become overpowered if everyone simply loses their damage. Like... If I like going in here and just being like, alright. If let's say he does, what, 70 damage right now? If instead he did 35. And Soldier, who does 20 damage now, does 10. McCree will do overall. I'm plat. Highest I've achieved is diamond. Low diamond, like 30, 50 something, 30, 40 something. But I'm plat in all 3 roles. Locking a Shatter as Brig is the biggest ego boost. No, that's actually, oof, 60 DPS. Okay, yeah. So if you make him 30 and you make him 10, right? You decrease both by 50%, but you made burst a lot less effective. But you still, you know, if everybody does less damage, burst will still have its place. And then you can tune the knobs where if Soldier's doing too much damage, you nerf it down to like 9. If McCree is doing too much damage, still, then you nerf him down to 29 or 28 or something. Or 25. Who knows? The fact that Junkrat can one-shot, that Pharah can one-shot squishy heroes, like, to me that's stupid. I would say I would standardize how things operate, and then the thing that I would vary is not the damage, but the health. Like, Tracer having 150 HP and Widow having 175 HP, both good. But why does Hanzo have 200 when he has the same potential as Widowmaker, just not on hit scan? Why is Echo at 200? I mean, it was the only way to make him fair. And I'm assuming you mean the spread instead of the recoil. But yeah, giving him recoil instead of spread made him very potent in the hands of professional, like just really good Call of Duty, CSGO kinds of people. Especially when he's the only one to have it. Granted, there's not many other assault type weapons in there. Like, maybe you could argue if Tracer had that kind of, like, but it would just be uncontrollable at that point. Sombra, maybe, but, like, who wants to play Sombra as an Uzi where every time you tap the left click, your thing goes straight up to the sky? Like, that wouldn't make any sense. The only one who's even close is Bastion. And if you give Bastion's, you know, him the ability to it, like, I feel like Bastion is one of the sleeper things to, like, alter. Like, if they had just... I don't even think... I think he's even better than Soldier. Because he doesn't have any recoil at all. And I don't think he has any spread anymore either. But I feel like he's the easiest one to kind of balance. But I don't know. Actually, I would say the issue is how he's fundamentally designed. I would say if they gave him the ability to Torbolt, basically old Torbolt, like become a gigantic turret that moves around as his ultimate. So like this mode, make this his ultimate, but make it so that way he's a mobile that. You make recon as good as soldiers basically, or vice versa. You make soldier as good as Bastion in terms of like aiming, and then you just decrease Bastion's damage as well. But I feel like if you made it so you get rid of his self heal, and instead you replace that with a mobility buff, like give him like a Gundam charge or something, you know, like where he like a mini Reinhardt charge where he blinks. I feel like there's a lot of decent solutions that would give him like the main thing is what's the common thing? What are the great heroes? Oh, Genji, Echo, Tracer. I mean, aside from maybe like Kree, right? A lot of them are about mobility because it's a first-person shooter. Who would have thought? And then if you just get rid of the damage and you don't need as much heals if there's less damage. Right now, the reason why AoE healing has been so potent or actually the reason why burst damage is so potent is because the AoE healing is so potent. The reason why AoE healing was so potent was because before 222, you could stack Briggs AoE with Lucio's AoE with Baptiste AoE. Or you can have Lucio Brig with a Zenyatta, and then you have extra damage, and then you have Brig do a crap ton of damage. You have Zarya do a crap ton of damage because she does way too much damage as well. Then you have Reinhardt, who did a decent amount, but he was more there for, you know, protecting them from damage. And then Diva, who also does a crap ton of damage. Like, you didn't need DPS. And that was how, like, the power creep was simply a cycle of, oh, we need more AoE healing because there's too much burst damage. Oh, we need more burst damage because there's too much AoE healing. So we flip back and forth between, oh, we need to have 5 DPS with 1 support, or we need to have quad tank double support, or, you know, 3-3 where we have triple support, triple tank. Eventually it was just going to turn into we either have 2 tanks with 4 supports supporting them, or we have where 2 of those supports are actual DPS, or you have 6 DPS. That was what was going to happen, which is why they did what they did, which honestly makes a little bit of sense forcing 222. I still think 222 only hurts the top rank. If they had just balanced the game to be in a state where it didn't make sense to not play 222, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like forcing 222 was both good and bad. It was good for everybody else, for the casual. It was bad for the creativity of the highest tier. But I understand why they did it, and that's why I kind of don't fight it anymore. I think that being able to do stupid things was kind of like, I mean, I personally like it as well for my rank. I don't like it for when I used to be on a tier 3 team. That I couldn't even really call it that. We played an open division. We went 50-50 or 4-6 or something. And we got rolled by everybody who was above our rank. Like, severely rolled. But you don't even play in English? Oh. No, honestly, that's my favorite when I'm playing with my friend. His name is Ched Sled. He plays everything in like German or something, and he's a Canadian, so you know it makes complete sense why he would choose German. But at the same time, I always find it funny because sometimes I'll hear his game over his audio, and I'm just like, who's speaking like? I don't understand those words. What is going on here? Like if he had said French, I would have been totally like, oh, that I guess makes sense. I don't know. Maybe he wants to go to Germany one day. I'm German. Well, I'm American, but my heritage is German. You know what I meant. What language do you use? German, because I'm a little bit German and sounds... I think you're right on that. I feel like the German is just I think it's just the German language in general. Like, I've been to Germany, and writing in German is perfect. True. Especially with a conductor skin. Like, one of the best skins in this entire game is the conductor skin, hands down. It's on par, in my opinion, with the Witch Mercy skin, where it's just like, there's plenty of other ones that are decent for Mercy, but there's none that are quite like it. But yeah. I feel like they did okay with Sim. The main thing with Sim that I would want is the same thing I would want with Torb. I hate how these are permanent. What I would rather see is you can throw out 3, but then you have to press like the activate button, and it'll activate auto aiming for like 3 seconds as enemies come through. That means you have to actually Immerfist drift. Ooh. I kind of want to change my language. I will do that after I queue. Don't want to be in the middle of a game. It's already 8:30 and I haven't even found my queue. I usually stop at 8:30 because I have to go to work in the morning, and I work out at like 5:30 in the morning in order to not feel like crap. So I apologize. Do I keep going? As soon as I click this button, I'm gonna find a game. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll play... I want to play at least one thing of something to kind of offset how terrible that was. Actually, since I actually have somebody who is listening, which is Treat, thank you so much for joining me. I am usually just talking to the ether. Let them have it. Oh, that's even more perfect. I love the counterplay too now, where they've added the new voice line. Of like, shame yourself or whatever it is. Whenever you block a shatter, that just kills me.
Now arriving at Yijiang Tower.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up because it's 8:30. I do apologize, but while I have you here, I do want to just kind of like state out what I've already said before. Also, if you want, you know, I've got plenty of videos on this. They're the ranting videos. Oh, Rem, what rank are you? I didn't even realize you both have purple names. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing. I didn't even realize. Hello, Rem. I thought you were Naomi. More specifically, let him have it. But you know what I mean. Well, he is specifically targeting one person. But yeah, I honestly think the sheer amount of like AoE healing in this game is absurd. So if they tone that back down, I think everyone will be better for it. I think if they remove the uniqueness of a lot of these heroes, where like, why is it that Ana is the only person who has the ability to completely prevent healing? Like, that makes no sense. If you do play in German, duplicate Sigma. It sounds... Oh, okay. I want to actually see. I want to throw it in German while I'm wrapping up here. Where is that? I'm assuming it's under sound. Is it under social? Where is language? Is that even in these settings? I'm assuming it's a drop-down menu. Wouldn't really make much sense otherwise. Sound, maybe? Oh. For me, it's what? For you, it's white? Oh, I have to restart the game? Oh. It's in the launcher or something. That's stupid. That's stupid. I'll reset that. I'll try that out, like, probably on my own time. And I'll maybe record a video or two. I have a highlight button set up now, so I'll be able to actually do that. But I was going to say, why is Ana the only one who's able to completely prevent healing? And why is it that Zarya is the only person who can cleanse that healing? And why is it that Zarya can cleanse things, but not Sombra's hack? Why is Baptiste the only hero in the game that can completely prevent death? Why is Mercy the only hero in the game that can just res someone on the spot? Like, Mercy, there's ways to fix her. It's super easy. And same thing with Baptiste. And same thing with Ana. Mercy, what if Resurrect just either res the person at half HP, or, and the other half is 100% like self damage, which doesn't count towards healing charge, so they can't get healing charge off of that, or just completely reset their respawn timer and make them respawn instantly in spawn, so they still have to travel the distance and it actually means something. Like, that would be way more fair to the team who actually managed to get a kill. And at the same time, if you nerf all the damage across the board and make it nearly impossible to get a kill, Resurrect becomes even more OP the more damage you reduce. And I think that's one of the tuning knobs where they're just so butthurt about not removing Resurrect as it currently stands, that if they did lower the damage and made it harder and made it harder to kill people, yeah, I was about to get to that, Naomi, exactly. If they made it harder to kill people, then Resurrect bringing them back on the spot is going to be, I'm so scattered right now. I'm reading chat and I'm like, I gotta organize my thoughts. If Mercy resurrects on the spot after they have a hard-earned kill, it's super annoying. But also, likewise, if you reduced all the damage, you make it harder to actually, kill people in a position where it's safe to res. So maybe likewise it becomes sort of off-put, but at the same time it becomes harder to kill her, and then she can get reses off for free, and it would be even more powerful. I don't know, but I still think there's ways to fix it. Baptiste, as Naomi pointed out, you can just make it to where you have two options in my head. Either A, you just make it a damage resistant. So like if anti-heal prevents 100% of healing, the immortality field reduces all damage coming in by 50%. Or you make it an overheal thing where all damage taken by somebody who's within that field, the damage is then reverted or diverted, like the over damage is diverted to the immortality field. So if a person is at 20 HP, right, and you have your entire team shooting at them, the first 200 damage will be blocked and sent to the immortality field, and even if the immortality field is in a broken spot or under cover or something, it will destroy itself, and then you're able to then finish off that extra person. Basically, it's just a free, instant extra 200 HP, and you can change that to where you can give him like 3 discs that each have 50 HP, and you have to actually, aim them at somebody in order to keep giving them, 50 HP. But if you stack them, and they take damage, that over damage will go to both of them. That way it requires skill to perfectly time when you're sending out those immortality fields. Otherwise, everyone who's only at like 1 or 2 HP will just die if you don't time it right. That would be an interesting skill mechanic. Why is Lucio the only character that can speed? Exactly. I mean, even slowing, Symmetra now and Mei are both heroes that can slow. Why is Lucio the only one that can make people go fast? And on top of all of that, they were so out of ideas, they made Moira. Moira's like the Roadhog of support. Like, what if Brig is the Sigma of support? Moira is the Roadhog of support. What? She just doesn't belong in the category without some form of utility. But I feel like they had an idea for her, but they wanted to push him off onto somebody else, and it's a little bit annoying. But then I think Brig became out of desperation, and then because of how damage used to be defense and attack, which in modern 222 would have been amazing if it was this case of DPS have to choose only from the attackers when on attack and the defenders when on defense. But because of how they designed the game and they made too many damage people, we're now stuck in the situation where they're part of the reason why people don't like playing tank or support is because there's just not enough of them. Discord is unique too, where it's the only one that allows you to deal extra damage as far as I'm aware, besides maybe technically, well no, because damage boosting is not unique, but single target discording, yeah, there needs to be more of it. Exactly, that's my point, is if you reduce the uniqueness of interactions, it makes it easier, because the issue with uniqueness of interactions is when you add a new hero, you now effectively added n exclamation n factorial extra interactions, because that new person has a new interaction, actually 2 times n factorial, where basically it means every single new person added adds a new interaction to every single one of these heroes, and each of these heroes have a new interaction with them, equal and opposite kind of reaction. So this kind of mentality is damaging if you don't have a unifying, the more heroes you get, if you don't have a unifying like collective terms to use and sort of rework certain people to be overlapping of them over role defined things, then you're going to run into the issues that we're currently seeing. Also, to circle back to what you were saying, Rem, yes, on my end, both of you guys are on YouTube and your names are in purple. I don't know how you can change that, because I know on Twitch there's like specific like chat like colors, or maybe it's a favorite color setting. Don't know what it is, but on my end both of your names are purple, and I didn't notice. So that was a little bit funny to me. But I feel like if they made now with the role, the 2-2-2 role lock and the role passives, I feel like they're moving in the direction where the people at Blizzard who are making Overwatch, the Overwatch devs specifically, are moving more in a direction of role-based stuff. Purple is a good color. It's one of my 3 colors. Well, technically it's one of my 4. Where's my 4th color in my logo? Because I have black, white, and blue, and then I have purple because Abyss. Anyway, I mean, I'm a Widowmaker main. What can I say? I like purple too. But as I was saying, if you remove one-shots completely from the game, you make Hog not be able to one-shot, you make Doom not be able to one-shot, you make Echo not be able to effectively one-shot, you make it so in order to one-shot, they have to use like 3 ultimates. You can't be like, oh yeah, Ashe can't one-shot, but if you damage booster, like, even that's really a no-go. Then you'll decrease the value of burst damage, and when the value of burst damage is decreased, then you can decrease the value of damage over time kind of things. And then if that becomes too simple of a bar, then you can do what I was talking about before, where you can add like elemental types. Like for example, Hanzo. What if Storm Arrow was like an electric arrow that did normally 30 or 40 damage to people instead of like what is it now, 60? But because it's electric, any barrier it hits, it will do double damage to that. So if it does like 40, instead each arrow will do 80 damage to just barriers. And also adds another knob to turn the balance characters. Yeah, exactly. And you can have, certain people do it. Like for example, Symmetra, you can make it so that way she has a thing where her beam does double damage to barriers, and you can make it so Zarya's beam, so beam type weapons in general, will be electric type, and they'll do double damage to barriers. Winston technically is a beam, but it's a wide beam, double damage to barriers. So now you have Double Bubble be the barrier breaking kind of composition. You pair it with like Sim Hanzo, and then you have whatever supports that will be able to work well with that kind of combination, like maybe even a Brig, because it's going to be kind of brawly with a Sim and the Zarya. You can kind of play with that with them, and then have either Zen or Ana, and Brig Ana, Sim Lucio, Double Bubble would be a perfectly viable composition. Then you can have people like Junkrat, Pharah, Torb, and Ashe. Well, Ashe is E either way. Do like fire damage, which will act like Ana's primary fire, where it'll like do tick damage. So you can lower the amount of damage on them, but then do tick damage over time. My opinion on barriers, I think they are a great thing in the game. I think that even double barriers can be handled correctly. I think the way that they've handled barriers is atrocious, and I think double barriers in lower tiers is a nightmare, because you either get 1 or 2 types of teams. It's like the playstyle thing. So to kind of, in my head, the way I summarize it from what I've seen online is in Platinum, or like, so I have a brother who's in Bronze. In Bronze, you just have to kill stuff, because if anything dies, you win fights. Even if you kill 5 of the enemies, there's still a chance that if you die, the rest of your team will die to that one person. And so even if you're in counterclockwise, or vice versa, if you kill 6 of them, even if one guy killed all 5 of your team, you'll still win the fight, because you won it basically. And that's sort of the same in Silver. But it's a little bit higher skill, I guess you could say. The reaction times kind of go up, and it's more about how quickly people react to things the higher tier you go. The speed of things increase, and the accuracy of heroes who, you know, people who are on soldier is they just go up. But then when you get to like platinum and diamond, you start having to master one of the 3 main core concepts of Overwatch, which is game sense, positioning, and mechanical skill. So I feel like you have to take that into consideration when you look at barriers. And I feel like if you also take care of it, like if you make them any weaker, there'll be a minor inconvenience, but if it's too strong and it's frustrating. I think the issue with the barriers in general is just the misuse of it and the unexpected use. People not knowing when to use it and when to recharge it, how to recharge it, or anything like that. It comes down to a play style difference. So not only do you have mechanics of like mastering your different 3 cores, then you also have your play style. Like for example, when I'm on Reinhardt, I'm aggressive AF. I just go in as hard as I can, and I ask my supports to support me. And then if I notice that they're not being able to support me enough, I need to learn to back off of it. If I'm Winston, I'm a little bit more sneaky about it. You know, I like to do short jumps. I like to go around on a flank, divert their attention, you know, and then call a target and dive on them. Same thing with divas. I'm more of a peeling kind of diva. It all comes down to play style. And if you have a double barrier is easily broken if you're on the right map and the enemy is just, you know, dumb. Because the way it used to be was Doomfist was super powerful against double barrier. Why? Because he didn't attack the barriers. He just went around them and killed people, which also made him very frustrating to deal with. But I do agree that right now it's the combination of these two. You see Ryan's constantly holding shield at nothing, generally in quick play. Yeah, and I think it comes down to this, like, Reinhardt's just a fun character to play. It's fun to hit people with his hammer. But you need to do quick shield hops. Those are all techniques. Doing the fast fire strikes, learning these kinds of mechanics. They're not really that hard to master unless you don't know about them. But at the same time, it's all about decision making. And unfortunately, I'm just too indecisive. So I usually just hold W. I play Sigma aggressive with my AF. Yeah, because, and that also is another thing with the character though, because Sigma, at least in his current iteration, as far as I'm aware, he is way more of an off tank. But that's, in my opinion, because of his kit. Because his kit allows him to pull it back, you mainly use his barrier to offset the damage done to an Orisa barrier, and that way you can let your barrier charge while the Orisa barrier is up, and when the Orisa barrier is about to go down, you can even do it before the barrier is down in order to absorb some of the damage to wait for the cooldown on the Orisa barrier, and then you can just sort of alternate that way. But Orisa, the main thing with her is you want to be projecting your barrier where you're gonna be and not where you are. Jumping with the barrier at the end of a charge for a little boost.
Activating the barrier.
Are you talking about complements Diva very well in my experience? That's true. And then the other thing is you also, it depends upon whether or not you play him as a main tank or an off tank, because he can be played as both. Same thing like Ball. Ball mainly plays as a main tank, but you can play him as either. But I think, as Reinhardt. Yeah. The Reinhardt boost at the end. I know what you're talking about. Look at that. Yeah, I got you. I do think changing his turn radius is going to be fine, but I think for like Ball's main thing is that he just wants to disrupt the enemy team and get his ult charge, and then prey on weak weak squishy heroes, sort of like Tracer. Here's why I kind of like him over a lot of the other tanks. The other thing is Ball, in higher tiers, he just dies because people can actually aim. In lower tiers, there's an issue of just him not dying because nobody can actually hit him. That is the main thing. He moves too sporadically. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Again, this just goes back to, like, to summarize it, I'm ranting at this point, but people can fix the 222 issue They don't need to make it 1-2-2. And I think 1-2-2 will be good because there's ways that can make 1-2-2 good. It'll just be different than how it is now. And at least how it used to feel before the content creator patch, the experimental patch, it felt like they were just doing it their way without actually listening to the community, or rather listening to the top tier community. It was almost like they were like bias against top tier people, saying no, we don't want to make this game for top tier people, we want to make this game for the casual player base. So they listened to the people who hated dive because they couldn't play it well. They listened to people who liked the visual concept of a Doomfist overpowered hero, and so they made those ideas, but they ignored the Roadhog hook for a long time. They ignored how bad Torb and Sim were for a long time. They ignored how bad Bastion was for a long time. They still ignore how bad Doomfist and Widowmaker is on occasion. Like, and it also comes down to when they do fix it, they fix it internally. And they go, well, in our build, what we work on, you know, it's perfectly fine because it's totally balanced, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8 new heroes that you can't play. But trust us, like, when we play it, oh, it feels great. Yeah, sure, we're like ranging from bronze to like masters, and there's always one guy carrying us on our teams more or less. But ignore that. We balance it, you know, for the casual player base, which is why Platinum feels amazing. May has a lower pick rate than Bastion, I think. I mean, May is a sleeper. In my opinion, current May is a sleeper because people don't know what to do when they're slowed. But the reason why I think May gets lower pick rate is because A, she has the potential to screw up her own team, and B, if you're going to slow a team, why not use a person who gives you more mobility for the entire team? So it's just Sim's a better May in a lot of cases at holding certain choke points. But May, like May Doom, is pretty good. I mean, it's the same thing with like Sombra. Sombra's a sleeper pick as well. The issue with Sombra is you both have to be smart and you have to communicate. And unfortunately, in lower rank, she's not a good way to climb because you can't do either of them. May or Sombra or Sim? I learned to have fun with all of them. I agree though, there's certain ones I just don't like Doomfist. I just hate Doomfist. Doomfist is a dumb hero in my opinion. Genji's okay, but Doomfist, Pharah, I'm just not good with them. I don't like playing Doomfist, but I don't like Pharah. Both? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, that's fair. I don't like playing Torb either, but that's just because I'm bad with his primary fire. I can never get it just right, because it's like, alright, I'm just going to spam this choke, and like, one every 5 times I'm going to get a headshot. And then they're just dead. He also does way too much damage, but that's for another day. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thank you so much for joining me on this grand adventure. I truly do appreciate actually talking to real people instead of just the ether to be bored out of my mind. Hacked as Ryan is basically equal to being dead. It's true, depending upon how bad the aim is of the enemy team. Sombra can just be annoying if you don't deal with her. The issue is, it comes down to, the issue in Platinum in general is, are they a good Sombra? Are they a good Doomfist? Well, then you're dead no matter what. Your team's just not going to be able to deal with them. They don't have the accuracy, they don't have the coordination. Like, that's just a team diff at that point. If your team is good at countering them and they've experienced it before, and the Sombra is not that good, you know, and they're learning Sombra and they're not good at them yet, well, then your team has a chance. But it also depends upon what you want to play. You just choose like Roadhog and you wait for the EMP and then you hook them, you know. You go McCree if you're DPS and you wait for them to you wait in the backline, protect your supports, and then your Sombras don't have a chance to go in except onto your tanks, and then you can see them. She has 104 DPS, which is nothing to laugh at either. Exactly. Have you ever seen a nanoed Sombra? They are scary. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much for joining me. I have to get to bed. Should be in bed in like 7 minutes, so I got to go power nap as soon as I can. But thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Oh, what is this outro? That's not how I normally do. Remember, stay safe, and don't get lost in the abyss.